Audiovector is from Denmark. There are a number of makers making loudspeakers, components, and speaker units in Denmark. I've used some Danish audio in the past, but I must admit this is the very first Audiovector I ever tried. Now this QR5 looks fairly promising on the face. It's a three-way speaker with 4 units per channel. It has this nice looking golden mesh covering AMT tweeter inside. Audiovector claims QR5 can cover up to 45 kHz thanks to this AMT tweeter. On the contrary, aluminum mid-range and woofer units looks rather ordinary when compared to more exotic carbon units that are used on Audiovector's premium lineup. QR5 comes with beautiful black piano finish. It certainly looks much better than plastic film finish, which is widely used for low-budget speakers. QR5 supports single wiring, which I have no problem with. Binding ports seem rather generic though. This QR5, well, I don't know how much they cost around the world, but it is apparent that this QR series is an entry level from Audiovector. There are down-firing ports inside there, making this QR5 as a bass reflex speaker. Audiovector provides spikes, but I have to say these spikes are not so user-friendly since they are only adjustable from the very bottom of the speaker. It would be better if these spikes can be adjusted like this speaker in the picture here, which you can adjust the level from the outside of the speaker. I can see why many prefer tallboy speakers over bookshelf speakers. First, you don't need to buy external speaker stands, and these stands cost a fair amount, especially if you get a decent one. They are less likely to cause accidents for users with kids at home, and they usually produce more bass, at least quantity-wise. I also understand the quantity of bass is more than mandatory for some listening environment. And of course, some people prefer the visual presence of more mass for the similar amount of money. Some may presume tallboy speakers take more space, but tallboy speaker like QR5 does not take that much space either. In fact, QR5 takes less space than Focal's Canto number 1 with speaker stand, as you can see in the picture. Meanwhile, there are reasons for choosing bookshelf speakers over tallboy speakers. There is usually more compromise in tallboy speakers of lower budget. Tallboy speakers, especially low budget ones, are likely to produce less precise, less coherent, and less balanced sound than their bookshelf counterparts of same price range. As you can see, QR5 has many units. It may look impressive, but making precise, uniform sound from multi-units are more difficult than from simple two-way speakers with 2 units. Roughly, it is like a comparison between sound coming as a point and as a line. And there may be a problem of uneven response within these units too. Arguably, having more units means there are more rooms of potential timing error between these units. Then there is a crossover. A crossover helps to expand the possible bandwidth, but they also intervene and take out information. There is a reason for demands of full-range speakers because full-range speakers are intervention-free, well, at least from crossovers. For that reason, some people prefer simpler two-way speakers over more complex three-way speakers. Many three-way tallboy or floor-standing speakers with a higher price tag manage to have many units and sound good at the same time, overcoming those potential drawbacks I mentioned, but at a price. QR5 is a decent speaker, while QR series is an entry-level Audiovector offers, but in reality it is more like mid-price range in the market, and QR5 probably is one of the better tallboy speakers of same price range, judging by its performance. Meanwhile, it behaves a bit like home theater speaker. There is more bass than average bookshelf, but it lacks balance and its mid-range is somehow hollow when compared to better bookshelf speakers I reviewed previously. I liked QR5's AMT though. I got to admit, I do not prefer AMT over dome tweeters. I always thought they tend to either stick out too much or being too reserved. Um, QR5's AMT was neither, and I'd like to try Audiovector's bookshelf from more premium line. I'll be back with PM10 of Marantz and Canto number 1 of Foucault. Thanks for watching and see you soon.